What's up, guys? Did a video last night on the burr, and a couple people were curious about this microscope, wanted me to do a video on it, so I figured I could just knock out a video that was talking about a couple new knife maintenance tools that I got. Not really new, this is new, but I figured I could just knock out two things with one stone. Don't mind these are just on the table. First of all, I'll talk about this microscope. It's what I use to detect burrs and really just see what the edge is doing on a microscopic level. It really helps when you're doing some very fine sharpening, getting those hair whittling edges. You really need to see what's going on at the apex of the edge, and this helps you do that. It's like 12 bucks from Radio Shack. I guess I'll do a little detail shot of it. Very inexpensive, very capable. Honestly, it's a good piece of kit. I mean, it's not going to be Zeiss quality optics or anything like that, but for 12 bucks, it's actually surprisingly good. It is powered by AAA battery. It lights up your workspace. Of course, here's the focus ring, and you have 60x all the way up to 100x, and it actually is a huge difference. Like I said, it's not going to be extra high quality optics or anything like that, but it does its job definitely, and it does it fairly well. It really will help you see what's going on, and I mean, at 12 bucks, you can't really beat it. You can use it for pretty much anything. So it takes like 5 minutes of practice to be able to see what's going on at the edge. You have to angle the edge right to catch the light. Really easy to use, a good piece of kit. Why not for $12? You know, your local Radio Shack should have it. I don't see why they wouldn't. Most everyone I've been to has it in stock. 60 to 100x magnification. You do have a focus ring. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's about all you could say about it. I would give a view like looking into it, but this camera won't do that. So, sorry. Next thing I got, I'm always on the search for good Torx drivers, and honestly the best Torx drivers I've found are these from Ace Hardware. They're extremely high quality steel. They're actually CV steel, like what Case uses for their carbon steel blades. This is actually the same steel, so it's really high quality stuff. I'm almost fairly certain it is heat treated also. They absolutely don't strip out no matter what you do to them, and also, I mean, they're just really easy to grip, and you can kind of mess with them. The T6, I've never found a T6 driver that actually fits T6 screws very well. So what I do is use the T7 in this kit to fit T6, and it's pretty much the most perfect way I found to adjust screws on knives. And the T10 fits perfectly, pretty much all the way from T8 to T10 fits perfectly, just like it should. And the T7 fits the T6 like a glove, and so on. So these are really high quality, but I've already made a video on these. Look back at my previous stuff if you haven't seen it yet. I may link to it, I'm not sure, I may not. But this was gifted to me yesterday at my local knife shop. It's just Benchmade's new Torx driver. This is not the blue box. This is a new kit they came out with. Comes in this little nylon pouch. Not really important to me. My guy just gave this to me because I use stuff and then I give him a report on it. So, comes with this little Benchmade blue rubber band around it, and first thing you'll notice is it has this little Carbide pull-through sharpener. Doesn't do much for me. I don't use these because it's pretty much ruining your edge every time you use it, but it does come off if you would not like to use it, so that is a plus. And when it comes off, you just have a standard Allen head bit in here. I'm going to slide that back on. If I can figure out how I had it on there, would be great. There we go. I think. Whatever. I'm gonna put that to the side. I don't use this anyway, so I'm not even sure I'm gonna put it back on there. It's just kind of wasting space for me. But I mean, in an emergency situation, I'm still gonna have stones with me, so I really don't see myself using this. But I guess it's small enough I could just fit it somewhere, and if I need a quick edge, then I guess it would do for that. But set that aside. Okay, what you get on this, I'm going to pull these bits out and back this up. What you get, first off, it has two sets. You have these on the back, then you have these on the front. Right here you have this big Allen head, which the Carbide sharpener fits on. Then you have a range from small, I don't know the sizes, from very small to large, and then you have a Phillips head right here. And this size right here fits a Sebenza perfectly. I've already used it. Fits like a glove, works excellently. And this Phillips head, I mean, you can never really have too many Phillips head drivers on you. They're useful all the time. Flip it around, and you have a diamond rod sharpener right here. I guess I can zoom in. You have a diamond rod right here for serrations. Then you have a flathead screwdriver. I'm going to go ahead and throw those forward. Then you have a T10, a T8, and what appears to be two T6s. And I know T6s strip out fairly easily, especially if you use them improperly. So I'm guessing that's why they added two, just for kind of a redundancy, contingency plan if you strip one out. The blue box, I've had a complaint. I had the T10 break. These I've used fairly extensively, just messing around recently, and they seem to be fairly strong. My one complaint is that when you're gripping this thing, you don't have a whole lot of torque you can get. When you really start torquing on this thing, it tends to fold up like that or like that. So you really have to grip it perfectly. Sorry, I know this keeps coming out of focus. And then turn it. Minor inconvenience. This is not going to be my main way of adjusting knives. Of course this will be. But in the field, or just if I need to adjust some knives on the go, this would work perfectly. And I think that's what I'm going to use it for. Just for kind of a on-the-go, field-type knife adjustment thing. I'm not going to need to torque the screws down a whole lot. I'm just going to need them to be operable. I'm going to need them to be functional. And I think this thing will do that perfectly. I don't see why it wouldn't work excellently in that role. So I don't know what this kit is called, but I like it. If you're not going to do all of your knife maintenance with this thing, then I think it'll hold up fairly well. It is smooth. It has these phosphor bronze washers in between each one of these things. It's not extremely smooth, but you can adjust it, so that's pretty neat. Not much more I can say about it. I haven't used it all that much, but I have torqued some screws down with it just to see its limits. It seems to be holding up fairly well. And you have a wide range of adjustment, all the way from a Sebenza to the smallest and largest screws used on knives. So that's pretty cool. It'll be thrown in my backpack so I can adjust knives on the go. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys these two pieces of kit. Somebody asked about this microscope, so I figured I would show it. And I figured I would just include this new Torx set. I think I'll wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.